Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode of The Grandstand here on the Ohio Patriot Education Network YouTube channel. I'm, as always, your host, AR the Ohio Patriot. And for today's episode, we're going to talk about anti-gunner and the biggest dipshit of Gen Z himself, Maxwell Frost, the first moron from that generation in Congress right now, a guy who shouldn't even be in Congress based on two facts. Fact number one, the fact that he literally ran for office on an anti-gun platform, should disqualify him on the spot on that one. Fact number two is his entire congressional campaign was paid for with credit card debt, where he literally maxed out his credit cards because he couldn't afford to actually run a campaign without doing so, is what it is. Because he is physically irresponsible like a motherfucker. So anyway, but yeah, he's creating a new term that the anti-gunners love to do all the time called zombie guns. So for those who don't know what it is, it's basically as he described it. Well, actually, fuck it, let's let him describe it here. What it is himself, actually. Because we're just gonna jump up on this one, and we'll simply just play the damn clip. Here's what it is. There's also a huge invasion going on the border today, too, for that matter. A bunch of fighting age males literally. My mic working now? Huh. For some reason, it was being stupid earlier. Okay. That should be fun, though. All right. Sorry about that. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. I think maybe, I don't know. I know I got a bat. My plug to my toner mic is fraying at the end here, and I think maybe that's what's messing it up or something. I don't know. But anyway, we're gonna try to play this clip though of Frost, and if that be the case, him describing what quote unquote zombie guns are, where he talks about this is the stupidity this dumbass put out 6 hours ago. The zombie gun loophole is a problematic way that guns can end up in the hands of those responsible for gun violence. We must close this loophole and destroy zombie guns now. Every life lost to gun violence is one too many. And this is what this woman was talking about with him.
Let's talk about gun violence now, and Florida Congressman Maxwell Frost unveiling his latest effort to put a stop to it in the United States. Frost and several other Democrats announcing legislation to stop what they call zombie guns. What are those? They describe them as guns retired from law enforcement, seized by law enforcement, or others taken during those gun buyback programs. And then instead of being completely destroyed, as many of us thought they would be, their parts are then resold.
We don't believe this is the end all be all solution to end gun violence. It's one.
It's not a solution at all, you fucking retard.
When we have a crisis like gun violence that claims 100 lives a day and is the leading cause of death for children.
Okay, let's break that down right now. 100 lives a day by guns. And how many of that was criminal on criminal, buddy? And also, it's not the leading cause of death of children, you fucking retard, because you dipshit anti-gunners love to throw 18 and 19-year-old adults in as children, just like Michael Bloomberg and Moms Being Action started doing like a decade ago is what it was. So fuck you, you lying piece of shit, Frost.
We have to be clear that we need every single solution.
Yeah, Frost?
No, the only solution there, buddy, is to literally do away with gun buyback programs, since you just admitted that your fucking idiotic bullshit like that is exactly, buddy, what has caused a bunch of this shit. I want to point some out, too, for that matter. Back in the day when Obama was still president at the time, this was back in like it was either 2011 or 2013, I forget which one, but you had a gun buyback happen in Chicago back in like 2006, 7, someplace in there is what it was, or somewhere around that area. And one of the guns that was used in that, or that was bought up in that gun buyback for like a gift card or whatever it was there, was then later dropped in the dead body of a criminal, or supposedly criminal, by a cop. Because, shocker, it was supposed to be a gun that was gone, that all of a sudden showed up years later in the hand of a fucking guy who they claim was a criminal and stuff. So could have easily just as well been that whole thing then. Gotta get this started real quick. Sorry, that was my cousin calling. He was talking about possibly coming over is what it is. He just got off of work a couple minutes ago. So anyway, back to what I was talking about though. So yeah, you got the fucking idiot Frost bullshitting about these fake ass things. And what he's really talking about is why gun buybacks are useless entirely. And then on top of that, he's admitting to like stupidity is what it is here. And then when we go to the actual comment section here, we actually had Firearms Policy Coalition call his dumbass out on that one. Talking about Frost is an absolute fucking moron. It would be comical if it wasn't such a threat to peaceable people. And then this OC Patriot guy said, I had to actually look this up. So basically, they're mad that when an agency quote unquote destroys a gun, they sometimes only destroy the part of the gun that the ATF considers the gun. So essentially, the serialized part of the firearms would be like the lower or something, probably would be my guess. And sometimes sell off the remaining parts that the ATF doesn't consider the gun, which other people may use to build a different gun with their own legally acquired part that the ATF considers, quote, the gun. Basically, they're mad that accessory parts that anyone can buy without an FFL or background check might be recycled into use with new or existing guns. IG LEO destroys the lower receiver of AR-15 and sells back the stock forearm. It's a forearm, but it's probably foregrip, something I mean. Upper receiver and all the quote non-gun parts, and someone uses those to build a new gun and modify an existing gun. Apparently, this is the quote loophole that makes up the zombie gun. Yeah, it's all a bunch of bullshit. It's an attacking commerce at this point, honestly, is what it is. And when I heard that say, retired guns and stuff like that, what my assumption would be on that one is what they're actually talking about is police trade-ins, which are a thing in this country, by the way. And that actually would fuck over a lot of FFLs for that matter. And that's another thing too, by the way. It's like criminals aren't buying guns from FFLs, bro. Like that's just not a thing in this country. They're stealing guns. They're stealing everything. Is what it is. So, or if they're not, they're just doing shit illegally. Is what it is. They're doing straw purchasing and stuff like that. Is what it is there. So, it's fucking dumb in general. But anyway, and as this guy said back to the original guy, he said, "Yep, zombie guns are that stupid, not to mention not a thing. Also, why don't they focus on stopping LEOs who claim they're destroying confiscated guns instead of parting them out piecemeal and making money off the parts? What an utter joke. Yeah, exactly. And that's the whole point, too, entirely, dude. It's like, you know, you want to sit there and talk about, like, fucking whatever, and they're just like, yeah, they're fucking literally, like, taking off a lower receiver and, like, ripping everything else off of it or whatever the case be, and then tossing that in the fucking garbage, whatever it is then. So, you know. Which, by the way, you can actually 3D print a lower receiver, dude, 100%. All you have to do is throw the fucking pins and shit into it and, like, the trigger and everything else like that, and you've got a gun, then that's what it is. Or a quote-unquote gun. Which really just have a lower receiver intact is what it would be then. So, anyways. Let's see, where's I at now? Oh, yeah, somebody, it's a good one. Somebody put a meme, that Frost, that's just a girl pointing and saying little dick energy. Yep. Yeah, yeah. I like this guy. I like this guy that goes by Blood Sparrow here, said, let me put it here now. Yeah, it says, we have ghost guns, now zombie guns. What's next? Ghoul guns? Gargoyle guns? Can I collect them all? Exactly, dude. Again, it's just made up bullshit, dude. It's like that. It's like when the whole term ghost gun became a thing, and it was that idiot Kevin in California who had no fucking clue what he was even talking about. Which, who, by the way, that Kevin, I'm trying to think what the guy's last name is, something with an F, I believe, or something like that is what it is. He was actually busted years ago for literally selling guns to Chinese, dude. Illegally, he was illegally selling guns to the Chinese fucking government and government officials for China and stuff like that. He should have been executed on the spot, by the way, for fucking high treason, but he wasn't. He said he got like a couple years in prison there in California and then got let back out, is what it is now. So, but yeah, everybody's basically calling Frost a fucking retard. Yeah, let's see what this hillbilly person here said about Frost. It said, let's lay it up here. It says, moron may be a bit strong. From what I've been told, Comrade Frost has invested 7 years into a local community college, and he's confident that if he keeps up the pace, he will eventually get his 2-year associate degree. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. Yeah. Yeah, Chris from Florida here said, moron Frost got elected by a blue district and has made a fool of himself ever since. This is Orlando. Are you getting what you deserve with this guy? Make sure they stay in Orange County. Florida Democrat now proclaims illegals are citizens once they arrive in America. Oh, good God in hell, dude. Seriously, why do we not have a 20th Amendment to unmatched qualifications ever seen the power in this country, dude? From both running for office and holding office. If you're running on an anti-gun platform, go fuck yourself, cunt. You're done here. Get the fuck out of here, bitch. Seriously. Yeah, and you got this stupid bitch that goes by Dr. Shannon saying, it's the fucking guns, it's the fucking guns. And then claiming the fucking assholes who value their right to bear arms over human life. Yeah, I called that stupid bitch out hardcore. Basically told her to fuck off in so many words. Said the blood is on your hands, bitch, because you keep the Gun-Free School Zones Act intact over 34 years. So, anyway. What the fuck? Oh my god, bro. This guy apparently 3D printed this fucking monstrosity that I'm going to show here in a second. This looks like a fucking high point with some other shit attached to it. Yeah, as Rusty Mosen said, so this is a ghost gun or a zombie gun. I 3D printed it with no serial number, but it's also built off a $50 high... Oh, there we go. $50 high point parts kit. Please advise, I'm very confused. Jesus, let's look at this fucking nut. Oh my god, what the fuck? How would that even... Oh my god, I have so many questions. Like, I don't even think that thing... Because it's like... This is obviously a stripped lower of some kind, or a 3D printed lower of some kind. That you then have a high point slide on, and I'm guessing barrel and stuff. And it... I don't know if this is a magazine in there, or that's like something on a table to be like a magazine well. What the fuck is... Oh my god. And he has like a bayonet on the front of it too, on top of everything else. Like, Jesus, dude. Oh my god. Like that is Brandon Herrera's curse gun images and then some, dude. That, like, the longer I look at this thing, it makes my brain hurt more, man. Oh my god, it's so bad I can't look away, is what it is. Like, I know you can, but why? Like, there's no way that fucking thing functions, dude. Like, there's literally no fucking possible way that thing would function. Yeah, there's no way that would function. Oh, Jesus. There's some person here that's a trans individual was in the comments section there, the whole thing. Showing the shit that they built here is what it is. I'm pretty sure that this would be an AOW, by the way. Like, I'm almost 90% sure that's an AOW. Or maybe not, though. Because I'm assuming all the pink would be 3D printed, right? Maybe? Perhaps? And then it would make sense given that... Because that would... it wouldn't really be an AOW then, because it would be a chassis, maybe? Like one of those... I think I was talking about earlier, the macaroni things or whatever the case be. That would kind of make sense for that, but... I don't think this would even function properly, though, because the way that it's set up on the top there, you would have, like... It would be super... oh, my God. You got a shitty little fucking, like, $35, $30, whatever it is, fucking optic on that thing. And it would be, like, weighing down the slide, dude. I'm not even sure that would fire more than, like, a round, if anything at all. These really make my brain hurt today. Like... because they're so stupid is what it is. And I say that as someone who lives in the state where high points are made, man. But yeah, that's just terrible, dude. That is horrible. That's garbage. It's just bad. Like, real bad. It's so bad. Like, why? Why? Like, again, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do something, you know what I'm saying? Good Lord, man. God, bro, like, it's just, oh, Lord. Yeah, I don't know which one's worse, man. That guy's fucking weird gold shit or that other person's like weird ass like chassis thing that could be like an AOW if nothing else. Like I said, I think it's just a chassis, honestly. I don't think it's an AOW, but yeah. I mean, it potentially could be, though, if ATF wanted to go that route, is what it is, though. So, knowing them, they probably fucking would, honestly. So. Ooh, I like this one that people were talking about, that piece of shit Frost. This actually makes legit sense, too, by the way. It goes back to what I was saying with the gun-grabbing assholes is what it is there. It was, the person said to Frost, said, "You're an authoritarian, tyrannical statist that exploits bullet-riddled corpses to make more bullet-riddled corpses. You're a coffin surfer." Dude, I need to make that shirt now. I need to make that shirt and just hand them to Mamas to Me in action every time they're at the house. State House is what it is. Actually, you know what it would be? It would be anti-gunners or coffin surfers. So. That's a good one. That person just called Frost the FAG word. Yeah, and then of course this OC Patriot guy said another one, or whatever they are at that point. Not sure. Whoever's behind that account there. Said loophole. What they're talking about is the unregulated parts that aren't considered the gun by the ATF, you know, like the grip, sights, buttstock. These are all parts. You don't require an FFL to purchase one or use. There is no quick loophole. Go fuck yourself, commie. Talking about Frost being a commie piece of shit, basically. Yeah, somebody said, wait till the vampire gun loophole is open. They won't believe it. I think Maxwell Frost is a zombie at this point, dude. It's a pretty sexy looking beast right there. I'll show this one off in a sec here. This is actually similar to something I'm going to try to build pretty soon is what it is. As soon as I can get my shit in to get the stuff bought up is what it is. Which would be some kind of upper similar to this one as it is there. And then it'd be on an Anderson lower there. And then I think it'll probably just be the A2 stock that came with that Anderson lower that I bought the other day. That was like the full lower. That's what it was there. And then I just slapping up around the bitch is what it is then. With some flip up sights and stuff like that. I still get like the problem is right now is like I would technically have an optic for it or like a. I actually do have like several scopes in the bedroom, but they're all heavy as shit is what it is because they're all from like Amazon. They're all like $30-$40 what it is there. So they're like super heavy by comparison. I can't obviously afford to spend the money to buy like a nice scope that's like several $100 or whatever the case be. So this is a good one. I like this one. I need to make this bad boy here into a t-shirt, which is somebody talking about zombie guns. And it's a zombie with a gun. Yeah. That's probably Frost after he's dead and reanimated corpse, honestly, at that point, dude. So with his zombie guns. But anyway. Yes, Brian Guy said, been around guns my whole life and have absolutely no idea what they are. But maybe instead of getting rid of them, meaning zombie guns, instead of getting rid of them, we can just leave them in piles down on the border so that all the so-called undocumented guests can grab one on their way in. So like Operation Fast and Furious then? Yep, sounds about right on that one, dude. Yeah, somebody else said, have a great solution to everything. IQ test prior to voting. No one below 100 gets a vote. But that would eliminate 85% of the voters. Or some Maxwell Frost voters is what it is there. So, yeah, probably. Most likely. So. This guy was talking about using a stock of aluminum bar thing to use a home with a CNC machine at his house to make a interesting little. I think this is an FRG if I'm not mistaken. That he basically created out of a CNC machine here. Looks pretty cool actually. I'm trying to figure out what the hell kind of mag that is though. It looks fucking weird as shit, dude. That does look badass though. And there's a little folding stock on it. That's fucking cool as hell, man. See, that actually kind of... Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Yeah, well, it wasn't a mag. It was the Magwell adapter to... because it's basically an AR lower human is what it is there. So it'd be a Magwell adapter for 9mm mags is what it is then. Like Glock mags, whatever the case be then. That looks pretty badass. I'm not even going to lie, dude. That actually looks like a little AOW, honestly. Or, not AOW. SBR is what it'd be, I think. Although I'm not sure. It might... it's hard to say if it would qualify or not there. So, yeah, as this Ron guy said, now a lot of people don't like guns and they should be banned, but there's a problem with that. You can't uninvent something. So I made this from an aluminum bar stock and off-the-shelf parts in under a day with a homemade CNC machine, or with a home CNC machine. Anyone can buy. No paperwork, no serial numbers, no registration. No one would know this gun existed if I hadn't posted it here. It's completely legal. But even if it wasn't, what would stop me? The only thing that would stop me is willful compliance with the law. Not constitutional law, by the way. Said, you couldn't stop me if I was willing to break the law. Did you know most of the gun crime is committed by people who are already prohibited from owning a firearm? Did you know that shooting people is already illegal? Yeah, it's called murder is legal, dude. So if someone is willing to violate existing gun and murder laws, why do you think they wouldn't also violate acquisition, production, and carry laws? When you make it harder for law-abiding citizens to have access to firearms, all you're really doing is creating a unlevel playing field that favors criminals who are willing to ignore the law. The end result is a society where the criminals still have guns, but the law-abiding are defenseless. It's unacceptable. Exactly. Very much so. Very much so it is. And that's the problem right now, dude. It's these fucking people who don't give a shit about that stuff because they're all a bunch of fucking scumbag, gun-grabbing, fucking commie bastards is what it is, dude. Exactly why the fucking office right is right now. For real. They're all a bunch of shit stains. They're all a bunch of fucking scumbag pieces of shit in general, dude. They need to get their asses thrown out of the fucking office entirely. So... I like this guy's thing. It was just a picture of one of the American soldiers in the First American Civil War, just saying "shut the fuck up, redcoat" to Maxwell Frost. So, ooh. I mean, there's a lot of sexy looking guns in this bitch. He's a pretty cool one too, actually. That's a weird looking mag, though. I do like that grip, though. I think that's one of the MOE grips, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to figure out how long that fucking barrel is, though, because it looks like it's only long enough to basically be covered by the entirety of the handguard. Maybe 10.5 inches, who knows? I'm assuming that would be an AR pistol, then, because it has no... It just has a buffer tube there. It doesn't have any actual stock or anything on it, then. So, can't wait to be able to buy my oversized charging handle pretty soon. Problem is waiting for that damn card to come in still. It's fucking been 9 days already, and it's supposed to be 7 to 10 business days, so. This is actually kind of a fucked up meme, but it is kind of true at this point, honestly. Which is the guy screaming, "How many people have to die before you give up your guns?" And then it's an angel coming out of the fucking heavens and saying, "All of them." I mean, that's pretty much what the left wants at this point, dude. It's like, yeah, why do you fuckers keep creating massacres in every fucking place, dude? Why do you keep allowing gun-free zones to exist? The Gun-Free School Zones Act 1990 is what it is, 34 years later. So, yeah, and even, I think Ryan Petty was one of the guys that lost their kid at Parkland, if I'm not mistaken. He was one of the good dudes that's actually still pro-2A and pro-Trump and stuff like that. Even he said criminals are going to get guns no matter what the law you pass is. Listen to the MCSO Florida sheriff is what it is here. Yeah, let's go ahead and listen to what this guy had to hear. It's about a minute long or so.
You mentioned the gun. Do we know how the suspect got a hold of the weapon?
Car burglaries.
Fair use, by the way.
Yeah.
Car burglaries.
Car burglaries.
Yep, car burglaries.
Yeah. Ain't that right? All the gun laws we got in place didn't prevent it, did it? Neither will any new ones.
Mm-hmm.
Because here's the fact. The bad guy is going to get a gun no matter what law you have put in place.
You should have said, here's the fact, Jack. Because that would have been funny.
These juveniles shouldn't even possess a handgun.
No, they shouldn't.
But they did.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll go back to you. Add to your question. A simple burglary, as some people will say, but I don't consider anything simple when it comes to a burglary. The law allows me, I'll plaster their face up on this page, up on my page, up on media. I will hand it out if the law allows me, because parents have the right to know who their kids are hanging out with and preventing this.
This is what we need as a sheriff in Stark County, Ohio, dude. This guy right here. Can you please come to my county sheriff and run for office? Because I would love to have you here. That dude's pretty badass, dude. I'm not even gonna lie. He seems like comes off pretty big badass, is what it is. So I like it a lot. So we got some guy named Mark here saying, hope Frost gets voted out of office. When you do, please take your ideology to New York or California. Exactly. And don't ever fucking come back, you jackass. Yeah, somebody else said 3D printers will soon make all your gun laws irrelevant for us. Cry harder. Yeah, exactly. Yep. People just posting random quote-unquote zombie guns. Let's see. Here we go. We got Sheriff T.K. Waters. This is from August 27, 2023. Saying, story is always about guns. People are bad. The guy's a bad guy. If you could take my gun off right now, or if I could take my gun off right now and lay it on this counter, nothing will happen. Let's go ahead and listen to what he actually said then.
The story is always about guns. The people are bad. This guy's a bad guy. If I could take my gun off right now and lay it on this counter, nothing will happen. It'll sit there. But as soon as a wicked person grabs a hold of that handgun and starts shooting people with it, there's the problem. The problem is the individual.
Yep. And that's the real issue right now. It's that we're not, we have these fucking assholes like Frost who want to bitch and moan about guns and stuff like that, yet never fucking say a goddamn word about us. They're criminals that vote for their asses into office. They're the actual fucking problem in this country. By the way, speaking of guns, somebody posted this AR in that whole thing. I want this fucking AR real bad right now, dude. That is a fucking sick ass looking AR right now. That is bad fucking ass, man. That red on black. That is some sexy ass stuff, dude. And it's got like a comp on it too or something there. Hey, wait, is it a comp or is that a muzzle brake? I'm not sure. I don't know enough about ARs to actually know. The only thing I would, well, no, actually I was going to say, the only thing I would have here, but I already saw it now. It's got an actual forward assist right there is what it is. So, yeah, my only problem with this actually would be that grip, because that grip is kind of weird. And with it being like it has like an empty weird thing to it, or whatever the case be. I'd actually want that to be like a full. What I would actually do if I was going to do something like this is what I would do. I would actually have a 3D printer done up or whatever the case be, and just have a 3D printer ready to roll and have it be use the filament stuff or whatever, and have it basically be using like a red filament or something like that, and just have it basically 3D print off an actual grip for me then. That's all red. Because I don't like that, the way that grip is set up there. It seems like it would hurt your hand after a while is what it is, so. But yeah, the rest of it looks fucking cool though. And then get like some like, I don't know, like have like a black sight on the back, like have like a flip sight on the back that's like black, and they have like a red sight on the front that's like red or something like that somehow. Yeah. So anyway. Alright, I gotta go back to my back door because my cousin is now here. So I'll be back in a minute or two. Alright, sorry about that. My cousins came in the house and we were bullshitting for about 5-10 minutes here is what it was. So, I'm going to try and do this for about 13 minutes and I'll call it a day at an hour right now, so. Because I do want to mention some other stuff here. So you had, going back down to the comment section here for Frost, stupidity is what it is. You had this guy that went by Bloke on the Range say, now you're just copying the UK with its knife laws. Says, quote, we look forward to working with government on the next steps for making their proposals a reality, strengthening our fight against knife crime. Under a new definition included in these measures, a zombie-like knife is any bladed weapon over 8 inches in length with a plain cutting edge and sharp-pointed end that also has either a serrated sharp cutting edge, more than one hole in the blade, or multiple sharp points like spikes. So yeah, they're literally copying and pasting fucking UK knife laws is what it is there, dude. And like this person said, that's responsible for gun violence. I thought that guns were responsible for gun violence. Oh my god, I've been lied to. People are responsible for gun violence? What? Yeah, exactly. This person said, damn, it's a new one. Zombie gun loophole. Y'all come up with some good bullshit names. Yeah, exactly. It's a bunch of fucking stupid is what it is there. Yep, I agree with this one. Politicians haven't been tarred and feathered in a while, and it shows. Well, that's the whole point, dude. They're such arrogant pricks is what it is. And it's like, yeah, if we just simply... It's like 1 or 2 is all it takes, man. Truthfully speaking. And then it'd be as simple as that, dude. So... Anyways... I like this guy's meme. It's a little raccoon responding back to Frost there, saying, and I quote, pull this up here real fast, saying, Maxwell Frost, let's just pretend you didn't just out yourself as a massive dumb fuck. Yeah, that's cute. I like it. Yeah, it's a bunch of shit. There's what it is. So, don't. This meme is actually pretty much spot on right here, which is the smooth brain retarded anti-gunners. Well regulated means lots of regulations. And a gun literally spewing out shit. So, those are the same people that believe that stupid ass fucking Simpsons thing where the guy was trying to literally load a revolver with a magazine. Like he's literally trying to shove a gun magazine into a revolver. So, this one's actually pretty much spot on right here. Gun control is homophobic. I mean, it's all the phobics, dude. It's racist, it's homophobic, it's xenophobic, it's all that stuff. And actually, truthfully, the other day, that Obama judge fucked up because she actually admitted that, in fact, gun rights are human rights. And that every person is legally able to own a gun in this country. In every country, for that matter. So... F is for fuck you, no, Frost. So, I like this one. It's printing will continue until freedom improves. I think this link might be for a 3D print file is what it is for the FRGs and stuff like that. Let's see here. This is an interesting one. It's a nice little AR pistol here with a thing that says, in 2020, there were 287 cases of people dying by putting foreign objects up their ass. This is more people in a single year than people who have been killed by ARs in the last 5 years. Yeah, and Frost is a fucking dumbass. Doesn't know any of that because you shove shit up his ass all the time is what it is, dude. So... I do like that. I do like that that AR pistol. The only thing I don't like on it is the little side flashlight thing. There's what it is. I'm also not a fan of the that front post on the guns like that. I never liked the front post on my guns, just because it's like again, the thing is I don't know enough about ARs at this point to be able to do that to be able to do away with that thing, and then be able to put something else in there still a functioning firearm is what it is. So I'd rather not get that as what it is if I can help it. But anyway. Let's see what else we got here now. Anything worth talking about other than this? Let's see here. Let's go with the 5 facts that gun control advocates hate. Okay. So let's see what these facts are here. Let's see. Fact number 1, 92% of mass shootings since 2009 occurred in gun-free zones. Number 2, in 2013, U.S. Department of Justice study found that gun violence had fallen by nearly 50% in its 1993 peak. Number 3, the so-called gun show loophole is a myth. It does not exist. There is no loophole in federal law that specifically exempts gun show transactions from any other laws normally applied to gun sales, not one. Number 4, guns are used 2.5 million times a year in self-defense in the United States of America. By the way, number 4 is also one of these things where when people talk about the self-defense stuff, there's what it is. A lot of those self-defenses, what it ends up being is somebody actually brandishes a firearm to protect themselves versus would be, carjackers or whatever the case be. People are, whether they be carjackers, whether they be, people trying to snatch up somebody or whatever the case be. And as soon as that gun is pulled, they run like bitches is what it is. So, and then we got number 5. The following countries enacted gun bans before committing genocide in the 20th century: Ottoman Turkey, Soviet Union, Nazi Germany, China, Guatemala, Uganda, and Cambodia. Yeah, Cambodia was the Khmer Rouge and Pol Pot. I'm not sure about Uganda. I think maybe that was the... I'm trying to think what that one was now. That would have been the... there was a massacre there. I'm trying to think what it was called now. Oh, Jesus. I don't think it was the Uganda. I don't think it was called the Uganda massacre. I think it was something else too. It was like, I'm trying to remember what that would have been called now. I feel like there was a specific name for it, and it's blank. I'm blanking on it right now. Not sure about Guatemala genocide. I know China would have been under Mao's regime. Nazi Germany would have been Hitler, obviously. Soviet Union would have been Stalin, and then Ottoman Empire would have been the Young Turks massacre, or the Armenian genocide is what it is there. So, but anyway, yeah, I'm trying to think what Uganda would have been now. I feel like I'm gonna go look it up right now. Uganda massacre, 20th century. Okay. Ugandan genocide. It says 35 years ago, Ugandan dictator Idi Amin was overthrown after a brutal 8-year regime. His regime killed up to 500,000 people, prosecuted Christians, and left Uganda a broken nation. Wow. That's crazy, man. So, okay, let's go ahead and look this up, actually, because there's apparently a whole list of genocides in Uganda specifically here, according to Wikipedia. So let's go ahead and check these out real quick. So we got, let's see, May to July 1971, series of barrack massacres, estimated 5,000 to 6,000 military force killed. So there's related massacres in other places there. Southern Uganda massacres in 1972, 150 Ugandan civilians killed in combat, hundreds executed afterwards. 9 to 20 Tanzanian citizens were also killed in that. Then we had massacred soldiers, 1978, 120 dead bodies discovered. You got 1980, 13 people killed. July 1980, 41 killed. I feel like there should be a bigger number than that here. Let's see, 81, 250 killed, claiming the Kabbalah prosecuted or protected guerrillas. Soldiers shot over 250 people. Then we got a botched massacre in July of 1981, 80 to 97 people killed there. I feel like there's a bigger one than that, by the way. 50 plus killed, 200 plus killed. We got Ugandan cult massacres, 778 killed there. So, yeah, hard to say, man. I feel like there's more than that, though. It's probably this guy's thing here is my guess, honestly. Yeah, we got World Vision here saying Nightmare finally comes to an end. Yeah, Ugandan dictator. Okay, here we go. Ugandan dictator. 500,000 people, persecuted Christians, left Uganda a broken nation in the aftermath of the genocide. World Vision worked with African Evangelic Enterprise and other partners to provide emergency supplies. And then World Vision, U.S. President stands something or other, promised $500,000 for relief and reconstruction. Article about this visit to Uganda appeared in World Vision magazine, July 1979. Okay, so it would have been before that then when this guy did this massacre then. So let me look this dude's name up and see if maybe it'll pop up with that actually. So let me go ahead and do that then. So let's see, we got ID Iman Dada, something or other, was a Ugandan military officer and politician who served as the third president of Uganda from 1971 to 1979, so it was 8 years there. He ruled as a military dictator and is considered one of the most brutal despots in modern world history. He was born to a Kakwa father and Labara mother. I guess I pronounced that right there. Okay. Okay. That Last King of Scotland movie was based on his dictatorship. There's what it is. Makes sense. So, let me see here now. I'm gonna look up that dude and type in the word massacre and see what pops up. If anything. Okay. So there is the article here, is what it is. Okay, let's see here. So we got, all right, became aware the Ugandan president, Milton, something or other, was planning to arrest him for misappropriating military fund or army funds. So he launched the 1971 Ugandan coup d'etat and declared himself the president. Okay, so he basically became president because of a coup is what it was. So during his years in power, he shifted from being a pro-Western ruler, enjoying considerable support from Israel, to being backed by Libya's, what's that guy's name? Muammar Gaddafi? Really? Interesting. Okay. Another guy from, not even sure what the hell how to pronounce that fucking word, some other country there. That dude was the one that backed him as well. And then the Soviet Union and East Germany. 1972, he expelled Asians, a majority of whom were Indian Ugandans, leading India to sever diplomatic relations with the regime. 1975, he became the chairman of the hell's that now? Organization of African Unity, a pan-Africanist group designed to promote solidarity among African states. So Uganda was a member of the United Nations Commission of Human Rights from 1977 to 79. The United Kingdom broke diplomatic relations with Uganda in 77, and that guy declared that he had defeated the British and added, quote, CBE to his title for Conqueror of the British Empire. So this guy's just a Latin sack of shit. It sounds like, all right, on this one. Was it the Tanzanian massacre maybe that happened in this guy's regime? That would make sense. Let's see. It said his rule progressed into the late 70s, where there was increased unrest against the persecution of certain ethnic groups and political dissidents, along with Uganda's very poor international standing due to his support for the Popular Front for the Liberation of Palestine. Okay, so he's pro-Palestine piece of shit is what it was there. And the RZ hijackers from 1976, which would be the Revolutionary Cells. Those people that were hijacking planes back then is what it was, leading to Israel's Operation Ebatati. Said he then attempted to annex Tanzania's, some part of Tanzania there in 1978. Said Tanzanian President Julius something or other ordered his troops to invade Uganda in response. Tanzanian army and rebel forces successfully captured Calampour, or Campola, I pronounce that word, in 1979, and ousted that guy from power. Said he went into exile, first in Libya, then Iraq, and finally in Saudi Arabia, where he lived until his death in 2003. So that guy's rule was characterized by rampant human rights abuses, including political repression, ethnic persecution, extrajudicial killings, so basically just honor killings would be on that one, as well as nepotism, corruption, and gross economic mismanagement. International observers and human rights groups estimated that between 100,000 and 500,000 people were killed under his regime. So yeah, just that guy being a dictator is what it was then. Jesus, dude. Fucking ridiculous. Again, this is what happens when you let motherfuckers take your gun rights, is what it is, dude. They kill you after the fact. So, yeah, never give up your guns, dude. Ever. And if anything, buy more guns is what it is. So, yeah, needless to say, that's where we're at right now. Yeah. That being said, I'm going to put my shoes on and go outside and hang out with my cousins for a minute now. Not for very long. I'm just going to go throw a coat on, see if they're still here, and basically just be like, all right. So, we might be hanging out tomorrow. I don't know yet. Depends on my back's feeling then. But, yeah, we'll be, I'll be doing some stuff. That's what it is. Yeah. Oh, I'm so fucking tired right now, dude. Oh, God, my neck is fucked up right now, too. So, anyway, but yeah. So, needless to say, Maxwell Frost is a fucking retard. Then also, you had the ATF stuff happen today where I still haven't figured out what's going on with that yet. I'll have to look at some stuff later on that one and then figure out what the hell happened there is what it is and discuss more of that. Then if that be the case then. So, anyway, we'll talk about that more tomorrow, I guess, on Freedom Friday, probably with the, if I buy a handful of stuff, I might just buy a few things what it is there and then, what you call it, here's what it is. Jesus fucking Christ. So you got this bullshit right here from the fucking this guy said here, he said, what talking about Maxwell Frost, he said, what's your response to this? Are you arming illegals? This was Libertarian Party of Louisiana saying, whether you're a citizen, local resident, or undocumented migrant, you deserve the right to defend yourself and your loved ones. Rights are for everyone. Arm the migrants. No. How about no? Like, first of all, they're not migrants, dude. They're economic motherfuckers is what it is. They're illegals to begin with. They have no legal right to fucking keep and bear arms in this country because if they actually did, they would be legal citizens. Because that's the one thing, too, by the way. It's like, when you go back to the 4473s that we all have to take is what it is, man. It specifically says, are you a fugitive from justice? Which they all are at that point, honestly, because they're illegally in this country is what it would be then. Not. What's up?
Yeah, I found.
Sorry, my one cousin just came in and informed me that my brother left bottles of Alex Jones stuff in there. We got Knockout and Chill Force. So, actually, this would probably help me now that I've been all fucked up lately. So, just my luck, I'd take one of those and be knocked out for about 12 hours, honestly. see what else is in this bottle. There's some other stuff in here too, actually. So there's a lot of yellowness to this right now. This is some Survival Shield X2 in this one. Let's see, we got Survival Shield X2 in that one. We got some more X2 in that one. This appears to be, what is this now? Happiness, mood, and stress. This does have some weird like coloration, discoloration to it is what it is now. So there's a bunch of bottles of the knockout in there. So I don't know if maybe he got this, didn't realize he got it or what it is, dude. So let's see here now. Trying to figure out what this one is now. This is something. Winter Sun, I think this is what this one's called. Looks like there's a couple bottles of this in here. Yeah, so a couple bottles of that in there. Some X2 bottles. Is this one also Winter Sun? Yes, it is. That's the third one of that. This one is Ultra something or other. So,
Hey, Adam.